guys, it's Tasia. Welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be doing a plan with me for the week of the 6th through the 12th. Although I'm going to be using a plan with me kit that I have, and it's the anti-love kit. It's this one here, just really fun pastels, and the only thing about it is it's technically for the week of Valentine's Day. So I think I'm going to eliminate certain things, but I thought the whole month of February is kind of like themed with the whole love and Valentine's Day and things. So it would be kind of fun to do an anti-love week too, because I personally, Valentine's Day is great, but I don't do it because it just, I don't know. I don't really like forced holidays like that, where I think if you want to go out, go out. And two, when you go out on Valentine's Day, it's crowded, like crazy crowded. And I don't know, if you love me, you shouldn't need a holiday to show that. I think you should just be spontaneous and do it. But anyways, I'll get off of my soapbox. What a way to start the video, right? And let's get started. So we're going to put down the date covers first. So the date covers, when it comes to the weekly kits, they are full stickers like this, versus if you were to do a monthly kit, it would be more like, I'm gonna show you real quick, like this, where it's two parts. So you have the numbers and the days of the week, so you can kind of Frankenstein them together with whatever's going on that week. So we're just putting these down first, and then I always come in to the videos with absolutely no idea as to how I'm gonna do it. I kind of just do it. I think it comes out better that way. If I came in with a plan, even with my videos, I don't plan or script any of the videos, because I feel like they would become very robotic and not genuine. And so I feel like that kind of translates to the layouts as well. I mean, it's good to have an overview, maybe like a skeleton layout of how it's going to be, but if you go in thinking I want it to look exactly like this, I can almost guarantee you that it may come out like that, but you're going to be cranky as hell by the time you get to it. Or I would, because once it starts not going the way that I had envisioned, I start to get like, oh, like it just gets really, really like irritating. So that's why I really like to do it this way. I'm always pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm not pleasantly surprised and I'm kind of like, this really could have been better. But it's fun to look back on. I mean, at the end of the year, if you were consistent with this and you were able to look back, and even if you weren't, like last week I was horrible with my spread. That's why there weren't any pictures on Instagram, because it really was just like a mishmash of crap. But anyways, it will be fun to look back at that mishmash of crap, because I will look back and say that was a hellish week and I really didn't even have time to do anything, and it will remind me of that. That's how I like to look at it. So don't be perfect, just have fun with it, and I think it will just be a lot more enjoyable. So anyways, I put down all the date covers. Now I'm going to put down the actual dates. And so we have the 6th, which is actually today. Last week, I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was just crazy busy. So I'm a little behind, but that's okay. I went to my very first planner meetup. It was so much fun. I got to meet so many of you, and it was just a lot of fun. I don't do those types of things usually, like social events. I'm really a homebody. It's really awkward when I go out and do those types of things. It's really stressful. And it's not stressful when I get there. It's stressful getting there. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Like, I am my own worst enemy when it comes to functions like that, because leading up to the function, I will think of every excuse I can possibly think of to hopefully get out of it and be like, well, you know, I heard it's gonna snow. I think it's gonna snow. I don't want to drive in the ice. Oh my gosh, I think my throat is getting sore. I'm gonna be sick. I need to stay home. I'm not really feeling too good. What if this? What if that? Like, everything. I just become really, I don't know, but I committed myself to going, so I went, and I'm really, really excited that I did because it was a lot of fun. I got to meet so many girls. Cindy was there from Llama Loves Lettering, which was amazing. She did a class, so I was able to learn some techniques that I hope to implement in my planner. And then there were some other speakers as well. There was a fitness type of theme, and then bullet journaling, and it was just a lot of fun. I think the best part was just meeting you guys. It's so much fun to finally put faces to names. So I really want to do something else, maybe not on that large of a scale, just something kind of more intimate. But once I get out of my, like I said, once I get there, I have a really good time. So it's just reminding myself that to just stop making excuses as to why I can't go. So anywho's, just putting down the date covers, and I'm using my normal layout where I have the really important things up on the top. So I have the to-do on the top, and then the bottom two, I'm not too sure how I'm going to lay that out yet. If I'm going to put more lists in the center and then decorative on the bottom, or if I'm going to put decorative in the center. When it comes to the color layout, I'm following the scheme of the paper. So I'm just going down the row. When I'm laying out the colors, I try to do it in the scheme that, like, in the sequencing that I like. So that's why I follow it. But it's completely up to you how you want to do it. Just be careful, because sometimes the colors will relapse within the week. Like, for example, that is crooked. Hold on, I'm going to show you my example in just a second. Okay, oh, it's still crooked. So for example, there's 7 days in a week, of course, and so these top two, they come back on the bottom because there aren't 7 different colors. So that's just one thing that you'll want to be careful with if you are switching up the color scheme, because I don't know about you, but I don't know if I would want 2 of the same color next to each other unless it was like maybe on the weekend or something like that. Or if you had a 2-day event, that would kind of be a fun way to put the 2 colors together. So there's the date covers. I'm going to keep this week pretty simple. I know most of my weeks are rather simple, but I just function a little better. The more white space I have, the more functional I feel like it is. But in the same hand, I really like it to look cute and festive and just inviting. I don't want to come to kind of just like a meh type of layout. There's nothing wrong with the kind of layout, because I do have a planner at work that's like that. It's just like chicken scratch, but it works. So, but this is my creative outlet here, so that's why we're doing the decorative stuff. Okay, so we put down all the to-dos. And now we're just going to put down all the blanks. And then once we get those down, I'm going to go ahead and put down the check flags and things like that. Oops. Just trying to put this down. So I can see a little bit of the gray sliver, so I'm lifting that up. At the meetup, so many shops donated, so there was so much fun stuff to see. And then Erin Condren actually gave everybody one of their deluxe monthly overview planner types of things. I'll do a review on it because I was really interested in getting it, but I didn't know how I would use it. Now that I got one, I know how I'm going to use it. I'm going to actually use it for my work when it comes to maintenance, when technicians come out, or if I order different materials or things. I really like using the monthly overview for that type of thing because it's almost like a log for me. So that way, if say my product didn't show up, I have a quick reference. So when I get on the phone, I can say, no, I ordered it on this day. I spoke to this person. Here's the confirmation number. Like, it's all in one place instead of writing it down somewhere else. And because you have that monthly overview, it's chronological. So easier than a notebook, I think. So that's what I'm going to use mine for. You could also use it maybe for fitness, since it is, what it basically is, it's like a monthly overview and then there's a couple note pages in between. It is dated. I had a notebook before and I added on some months to it from Erin Condren and they were not dated. I personally like dated items because I don't want to have to look into another calendar to make another calendar functional, if that makes sense. So that is that. So anyways, we have all of the headers down and now I'm gonna go ahead and put down the check boxes. But like I said, I will try to do a video on it so you guys can kind of see the insides and see if it's something that will work for you. Because maybe even if you, say you wanted to do planning and you didn't really have much going on or things were so repetitive that you really didn't need to write it over and over, a monthly overview may work well for you because you have space to write things, but not an abundance of space where you're gonna have like 50% of your planner is just going to be empty. And if it is, who cares? It's your planner. It doesn't need to be full all the time. So we have those, and let's flip over to this side. I still haven't decided where I'm gonna be putting the full box checklists. I think I'm going to put them on the bottom. And then that way this top bar can be more of a professional to do, and then the bottom could be more of a home style to do. Okay, almost there. And so since I'm going to be putting the full check boxes on the bottom, this part can be somewhat decorative, so we're going to put our weekend banner there. And again, the K is the center. Oh, I'm gonna have to lift him up a little bit. I hope I don't ruin that sticker by doing that. Okay, so the K is the center, so if you use that to center your sticker, works out well. And then let me just lift up this cloud here. Put that down like that. So now we have the weekend banner, and then let's just go ahead and go through and put these full box checklists. Because this is the anti-love kit, the check boxes, if you noticed, they're squares instead of the hearts. I thought it went well with the theme. And it's kind of nice to change it up. So again, I have my planner on its side, so that way I can match, like lay down the longest piece first and then lay the rest down. It helps me put the stickers on a bit more straight. So just like that. I'm trying to go just a teeny bit faster than I normally do, so that way this isn't like an hour-long video. There. And then after this we can start putting down the decorative stickers. Maybe we'll fill in some washi. I'll dig through what I got, see if I have anything that would match with this. I did washi in my last video. Oh no, that is crooked. And I ended up putting down like a whole ton. It came out, I really liked how it came out, but it was so much more washi than I thought I was gonna use. Okay, so I have this. Okay, so let's zoom out so you can kind of see how it's coming along. My camera battery is flashing at me, so if I get a rough cut in here, that is what happened. So we have the checklists blank, and that, I think that looks really good so far. The nice thing about February is it kind of matches the colors, but we're gonna keep moving along and filling in some stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the sidebar. And so the sidebar, you know what, I'm just gonna use this Valentine's Day Sucks sticker because I don't mind. It matches, it's really cute. So just gonna put that there. Oops, sorry guys, knocked the camera. So Valentine's Day sucks. And then we're going to put the blank schedule, which I use for Stephanie's work schedule. You could also use it for fitness, dinner, anything really that is habits, all kinds of stuff. And then we have the hydrate sticker. And then we have this workout sticker, which I really need to get back on working out. And then the habit sticker. Ooh, I think I'm going to be able to fit both habit stickers. Perfect. So now we have the whole sidebar done. Man, a flashing battery light really makes me work fast. So now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and put down the utensils. The utensils I'm gonna use for my dinner planning, so I'm gonna keep it down here on the bottom, and I'm not gonna really layer any stickers. One, it's cost effective, and two, it already has lines and everything, so I don't really need it. So I'm just gonna lay those down. It does come with 7, so you can do 1 a day every day. We've been trying not to eat out, and we've been somewhat successful. Our neighbors gave us a gift card to Five Guys because we shoveled their driveway when it snowed really hard the past week. They're so sweet. So we used that. So technically we ate out, but we did not spend our own money, which was nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting down these blank boxes. Monday is typically kind of a busy day, so I'm going to put down a blank box for Monday. So that way it's still really functional. I have to turn my planner on the side, I can't do it. Like that. And then we have Netflix and chill. Literally. And then we have the purple. I don't know if I'm going to use that yet. Let's flip this over and see what else we got going on here. How do I want to do this? Let's lift up this weekend banner a teeny bit. Hopefully that doesn't collide. Ah, it does. You know what? Never mind this weekend banner. I would rather the decorative stickers, and then, oh no. Hold on here. Crap, I'm being hasty because the camera battery. Okay, let's be gentle and pull this up so we can still use the weekend sticker if we want somewhere else. Lift that, put that down. Okay, whew, close call. Let's put it down here. Well, let's not cover her feet. Darn it. Okay, that works. It eliminates this bottom bar, but what can you do? So we're gonna put this blank box here. And again, I'm gonna have to turn my planner on its side. And then we're just gonna put these guys here. I'm just following the color scheme. So that way it's really universal. Or not universal, consistent. I'm amazed the words just come like tumbling out of my mouth, like they make sense. All right. So now that we have all of that down, that's what it looks like now. I really like that. That came out really nice. We still have all of these layering stickers, which I'm going to use when I'm filling in the details. And then these little stickers here. Oh my gosh, we have a ton of stickers actually. Holy smokes. So we still have all of these, and these, and then these. So I still got stuff to do. I'm gonna put this on Thursday, and I'm just gonna layer it. I'm gonna try to center it on this pink, like that. Yeah, that works. Ooh, there's so much going on now all of a sudden. So I do have a bill due on Monday, so I'm just gonna put that there. And then, gosh, I think I'm going to use the rest of the stickers as I write, so that way I don't put things down where it really doesn't make sense. But that's it. I think this is the longest, or the shortest, oh my gosh, I need coffee. This was the shortest talk through plan with me I've ever done without having to speed anything up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely check back on Instagram when this is actually filled out. I kind of like to plan as I go, so it's not going to be all ready all at once. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.